Hey, I'm Colonel Guru, and today we're taking a look at the DX Kirameijin from Mashin Sentai Kirameijin. And I love this set. I pre-ordered this way back in February, and it just arrived in the mail, and I absolutely love it. It's just so much fun. And since I have the package right here, let's take a quick look at it. So right on the side here, we got the Kirameiger logo, and it just says right here, Mashin Sentai Kirameijin. You got all the Zords in the set, and on the top, you got all the Rangers on the team as well as the logo. You got a picture of the main mecha, and it just has a bunch of stuff on here. It's Japanese, I cannot read it. You got shots of the other mecha in the set, and on the sides, apologies. On the sides here, once again, Mashin Sentai Kirameiger with all the mecha. On the back, you just got all the stuff that all the things that can do this, that, the other. They can combine. On the back, you got more shots of the toys, and at the bottom, you just got a bunch of warning labels. And now we got that out of the way, let's take a look at the individual mecha. And here we have the 5 Kira machines into their gem modes. Now these are the main gimmicks of the line, where that they all turn into these gems, and they are called Kiramei stones. And basically all the vehicles turn into these gems, which is really neat and is very similar to the cube animals from Zyuohger, where you had these Zords like this, and then they turn to their own little cube modes, like so. And it's very reminiscent of that gimmick, and I really like it. And now let's start off with Machine Fire, and here in the gem mode, it's actually the biggest of them all, as you saw earlier. And it looks really nice. You got these nice glittery effect on them. That's how all the Kira machines in this line are gonna look. And it's really nice. But when you turn it around, you pretty much get the entire fire truck. But despite showing the entire fire truck on the back here, I still think it's really nice and compact, and it's really clean. So let's get this guy transformed into the fire truck mode. And here we have Machine Fire in the truck mode, and I think this is very nice. You can get a lot of mechanical detailing on this thing, as well as on the sides, and like before, you're gonna have that sparkling aesthetic that they have, and it's really nice. And I really like these headlights because it looks like they are flames, and this thing has got some pretty nice features on it. Right up top, there appears to be a water can, which is molded in very well, and this whole ladder section can go up this far. It got a swivel up here, and what's even more is that this piece can extend, but I gotta be careful because it actually comes off pretty easily, and it can extend like so. And not only that, but there's a switch right here, and when you just push that out, the ladder extends. And this reminds me a lot of the fire truck from Go-Go 5 or Lightspeed Rescue, where the fire truck Zord in that series had a similar feature to this, but it was hands that was used to rescue people. So I think that's really cool. And it's worth pointing out that Machine Fire looks suspiciously similar to Optimus Prime from Transformers Cybertron. Next up, we have Machine Chevelo. And I really like this guy's gem mode because everything is still really compact and clean, and just doesn't look like there's an entire vehicle on the back. And I don't know, just is really tiny as well. As you can see, I have to zoom in here because of how tiny it is. And now let's get this guy transformed. And here we have Chevelo in the excavator mode. I just think this guy is so adorable. He just looks really cute. I don't know. The entire arm piece up here is made of yellow clear plastic, and you got that glittery effect on here on the sides of the treads, which strangely isn't present on the other side here. I don't know why, but this guy has some pretty nice features. This whole top section can swivel and go full 360. This whole arm can bend, has a joint here, and the claw can also open up, which is really cool. And I also noticed just now that there are some really nice teeth sculpted in there, which is a pretty nice touch. And one thing I find a little bit odd is that for some reason there is this symbol or something right here on this headlight. I'm not sure what that is for, or what's meant to be, but maybe they'll explain in the show. Who knows? Next up is Machine Mach, and I like this one quite a lot as well. And again, it's actually a lot cleaner, but right here you pretty much can see the car piece in the back. Not really much to say, but you got this nice glittery effect again right here. It's really nice. And let's get this thing transformed to the car mode. And here we have the car mode, and as you can see, it's a sports car, and I just love this car mode right here. There isn't really any kibble to be found at all. It looks like it's its own toy, and it has that whole aesthetic of that whole shininess thing, and this is probably the best of all the Kira machines because the whole thing looks like it's made out of emerald. Ooh, gotta focus the camera. And I just like these headlights. It looks like they're eyes or something, like maybe the eyes of an insect or something like that. It's like some kind of face there going on there. I don't know, that's really nice. And that's all there really is to say about it. But also, this reminds me an awful lot of the shift cars from Kamen Rider Drive. If you've seen the show, you'd know what I'm talking about. Now, if you notice here on the packaging, you can see Mashin Mach going down the ladder piece like it's some kind of ramp. But unfortunately, I'm unable to do it on mine because while this is sturdy when you have it up like this and when you have the car up like that, but unfortunately when you try to bring it down, it doesn't really stay down, and this just tends to just keep going downward, and it just never really seems to work out. Now, one thing that is really cool about this set is that these guys can combine into their own robot, as well as Mashin Hiriko and Mashin Jetter. So let's get these guys combined right now. And here we have the Land Mage. And while I do like this robot mode, the proportions on this guy are really, really weird. And I was concerned when I first saw pictures of this on the internet, but let's just take a quick look over it. Because you have the arm right here, and it's like the shoulder piece. But then right here, the arm kind of extends outward, and it just looks really uneven. And probably the worst part are these legs, because boy, he's thick! I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with this, because you got these little arms, and this one's kind of out of place here. It's not really balanced with that. And you just got these gargantuan legs and these big truck feet, and I just think he looks kind of wacky. I get what they were going for with the engineering of this guy, but I really wish that instead of having to go to the side of here to have better articulation, I wish this somehow became a backpack of some sorts. But it is what it is. But I really like this guy's head sculpt, and his chest makes me think of Iron Man. For articulation, the arms can rotate, but it can only go up this far, because running it too far will cause this thing to decapitate itself. And the arms can also rotate on this side, and also the arm can rotate here. The crane piece can also extend, and has the same articulation as before. And you also get some leg articulation and some ankle bends. And now taking a look at the second to last Kira machines in the set, here we have Mashin Jetter, which I think is kind of an interesting name, and kind of makes you think of a sapphire or something, which is really nice. Then on the back you got what seems to be legs, which they are legs, but I'll get to that later. And I also do like this paint that they have on here. Now let's get this guy transformed. And here we have the jet mode, and while I think this is a really cool looking jet and I like the sparkliness on the wings, the thing that bugged me right from the start when I looked at the images was this. The cockpit was not painted whatsoever, and that just really frustrates me. I mean, because everything else is pretty nice, and all the other Zords in this set are really nicely painted and has some nice molding and all that, but this really bugs me. In the near future, I do plan on maybe painting this a blue or something, because I do Gundam model kits and I paint those. So with that experience, I'll try to come up with something to do here in the near future. But that's all there is to say about that. And last but not least, we have Mashin Hiriko, which I just think is such a cute name. But as you can see, we got all the glitteriness and sparkliness right here. That looks really nice, but unfortunately, right as you can see, there is some kibble with some hands. And while it looks pretty good on the back. Right here you can pretty much see the entire helicopter mode, so let's get it transformed into that. And here we have the helicopter mode, and I think this is really nice because we have not had a pink helicopter in Super Sentai since Maskman. And as you can see, it has some nice glitteriness on the helicopter blades up there. And I got some clear plastic here. You got the fist kibble right there, but it's not all that noticeable in this mode. But the one kibble that really bugs me the most, right here, as you can see, Hideko has some visible head syndrome. Now, the transformation on this thing is well engineered, but unfortunately it was unable to hide the face in this mode. So now we got that out of the way, let's get her and Machine Jetter combined into Sky Mage. Here we have Sky Mage, and I think this is a really neat little robot, but unfortunately the arms can't rotate. They can only go outward like this, and there's pretty much no possibility with the legs. It's pretty much a brick. Even for Sentai standards, the articulation isn't very good. But luckily now nothing gets in the way with this helicopter blade when you spin it. And I'm guessing in the show it's gonna fly like this, so I don't know, I'm kind of getting Doraemon vibes. It reminds me a little bit of the Takekopta. And I do like this head sculpt. It kind of looks like the Decepticon logo a little bit in my opinion. It also reminds me a little bit of Wasp from Marvel. I don't know, I just think that's really nice. And here's how Sky Mage looks next to Land Mage. And I think it's funny because Land Mage is so much bigger, but I still think these guys are really great nonetheless. And now, it's time to get these guys combined into Kirameijin. Here we have Kirameijin, and I think this megazord is just gorgeous. While it does have the same issues as Land Mage did with the proportions and everything, it kind of covers it up a little bit with this whole new armor attachments. And I really like this head sculpt right here. Kind of looks like something out of Ryu Soldier, but you pretty much got all the colors of the team with red, green, yellow, pink, and blue. And I just love that head sculpt, and just love how it just comes on there like a new battle mask. And at first I was disappointed that the jet just becomes a sword. I was glad that it was able to become part of the robot mode for Sky Mage, and I was really satisfied with that. But unfortunately, the pink chest armor kind of hinders the articulation even more, because it pretty much blocks the arm from going all the way up. And it can just only go up like so partially, but can't stay in place, and that just pretty much kind of ruins it there. So the highest it can hold it is like this. And if you're interested in buying this guy, be warned, this guy is really tiny. Here it is next to Jewel King, the high-grade Universal Century RX-782 Gundam, and the crown jewel of my collection, the DX Jet Icarus. Overall, despite some of the problems that this set has, I think this is a really fun set, and I highly recommend picking this guy up whenever it's available on most retail stores online. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification button, and follow me on Instagram. And until then, I'll see you on the flip side.